It was some villain's name. It sounded like a villain name. Like it was like Jacoby or something. And I was like, who's Jacoby?
Hey everyone, I'm Sean from Metalcore Nerds. Patty, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to me.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, not a problem at all.
Metalcore Nerds. I love it.
Yeah. It's definitely different.
So hardcore.
It is a little. So for anyone who doesn't know, the binge is basically the one day a year where all drugs are legal. And It's A Wonderful Binge takes place on Christmas. But I wanted to ask you, if the binge was real in real life, would you participate? And if so, what would your binge day look like?
Sir, yes. I would be binging. Yes. And what would I binge? What would I do?
What would your day look like?
I did it going right out the gate with like a nice wake and bake. And then be out in the sun, like, and then, I don't know, mix in some other things, little everything.
Okay. That's fair.
Just macro doses of everything. Micro. So that you're not like overdoing it in any one thing. So you can kind of experience little like kind of what they do in the binge. They have that little like
the advent calendar thing.
Yeah. Like microdosing Christmas. Yeah.
The whole movie centers around consuming guilty pleasures. So do you have any guilty pleasures, whether it's a TV show, a movie, or even a band?
Let's see. Ooh, yeah. I've been watching Cocktails with Chloe.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either, but I found it one day and then I just started. It's very much it's Khloe Kardashian and she just has guests on and they drink. And it's like, so they're binging all day, but they all kind of like talk like this. And then they're all kind of like, oh my God, no. And something about it, it's just like, it's like one of those channels that just has like those neuro beats that are like, but it's just like people talking like that. I don't know why. It's just like kind of soothing. And then I love to binge on like a self-care day, like a full bath, a full like facial massage. Like I'll go ham on a day with self-care.
Self-care is important.
Really like bossa nova music. I'll binge Astrud Gilberto.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
I know, right?
I can relate on the Kardashians. My wife loves the Kardashians and we watch it together. So I understand. I did not know that was a show though at all.
It's so dumb, but also I really want to go on it. I don't even think they're shooting it anymore, but there's just something about those voices that is the worst and the best.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I can understand that for sure. I wanted to know, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
I'm big on the Home Alones.
Classic.
I do love the Home Alones. White Christmas is so wild that I like to watch that every once in a while. Wild in like the opposite way of the binge, where it's like so, this. And then Christmas Vacation.
Another classic.
Is always like, it just like makes me feel. Oh, what am I thinking? Elf all day.
Can't go wrong. With Elf.
I love watching Elf when actually any time of year, but I love it so much. I think that's probably my favorite. Besides The Binge 2, which is truly like a new classic for the rotation.
Yeah, I think so too. Delray Donna and Pompano Mike were pun gods in this movie, especially in that limo scene. Do you have any good puns in the top of your head?
No, I don't. Like, what's a good example?
It's that you guys go so fast in that scene
I
with so
know.
many puns.
Jordan, it's Jordan. Jordan Van Dyne will get going on puns, and he is the king of puns. He loves them with a passion.
Amazing.
And so he writes them into everything, and I love it. I love it. So anytime you can like come up with a good pun, Jordan's like got your back 100%.
I know you're a big on improv. So how many of these scenes in this movie was just you improving?
We probably improvised parts of in every scene. It's a real combo platter. I think
Okay.
there's a lot. Yeah, in every scene we kind of sprinkled some things in. But Jordan wanted it. Like he wrote his writing is so incredible. It's just I mean, he's a joke machine. It's insane. So he just jam packs it with jokes, and then Tony and I kind of just got in there and got to perform, and then like in the moment we would find things, um and Jordan would kind of like be over with his headphones and then come and be like, yeah, I like that one, I like that one, da, da, da. And then we would kind of like come up with them in the moment too. I don't know, it's so great to work with Jordan because he's for doing comedy, and like I also have like a writer's brain, and and Tony too, like you always want to be like finding the new thing, finding what else, and then seeing what works the best.
I listened to your interview with Phase Zero, and I know you mentioned that tag scene with you and Wong was all
Oh yeah.
improv you together. So that's what made me think of it as I was rewatching those specific scenes to see how much was improv and how much wasn't. I was very curious about that after hearing that info. And as I said, the
Yeah.
show is metalcore nerd, so I would be remiss if I did not ask some She-Hulk questions from you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it.
So
Of course.
I know you mentioned on the red carpet for She-Hulk that you knew Kat, who was one of the directors on the show prior. I want you to tell me a little bit about of the audition process for getting into She-Hulk, because I've heard some crazy interviews about interviewing for Marvel shows or movies where they don't even know what they're interviewing for. The scripts are crazy and blacked out, or not even scripts. You just have to read something that's in the same
Mhm.
vein and everything like that. So was it something like that for you?
Yeah, I think there was like I knew it was for She-Hulk because Kat was involved, and I knew she was doing that, and it was
Okay.
announced. But I did not know anything else. They sent like a paragraph, and then like it didn't even look like a real script. It was like kind of some lines and then something like it was not Wong, of course, in the script because like
Right.
that was a big secret. I didn't even know until like right before we were shooting. I was so
Wow.
excited. But it was like you're in a layer like it was some villain's name. It sounded like a villain name. Like it was like Jacoby or something. And I was like, who's Jacoby? Like I was like looking up Marvel Jacoby. I was like, that's not a thing. They just you don't really know what's going on, but it was this live Zoom, and it was with the producers and Kat and the writers, Jessica Gao, head writer, and yeah, it was so much fun. We just read it. I did it a bunch of times, and Kat, just from knowing me, she was like, "I want you to just do whatever you want to do. Like, I want you to like just do whatever." And so that was really fun, and that gives you such permission to like, oh, I can't do this wrong. I'm just gonna like do the thing.
Right.
And so it gave it a lot of freedom, and but you also want to like really honor what is there because the little thing you do have, because you want to like just make sure the story is gonna you want to help tell that story. But
Okay.
then during the audition, my cat, I should say this in an interview, that my cat jumped in. Like my cat was like up on the table, and so he like jumped into the scene, and I was like, Jackie, you have a cat? I love cats. So we were just playing in the scene for a little bit. And
That's
that was
amazing.
it was really fun. And then I didn't
Awesome.
hear anything for like 6 months. I mean, it was a long time.
Wow.
It was a long time.
That's
Yeah, it was
crazy.
probably a bunch of months, or at least enough time that I was like, well, that was a fun experience. And then like a month or whatever later, Kat texted me and was like, you were so funny. I was like, when? 5 months ago. So yeah, that's how it went down, and it was the best thing ever.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Here, I have one more question for you. You
Yeah.
referenced Ocean's 11 in this wonderful binge and having an
Yeah.
Ocean's 11 type team.
Love
So,
that.
if Madisynn were returned in the MCU in her own special presentation, her own 40-minute
Mhm.
special, who would you pick to be on her squad, and what would the heist be?
Wow. Okay, I'm putting Doctor Strange. Well, Wong, Wong,
Of course.
Loki. I like a little drama. Wanda. What's her name? The Catherine Hahn, and I can't remember her character's name right now.
Agatha.
Agatha, love her. I just watched Ant-Man 2, and I would have Ant-Man and the Wasp and Thor. I'm naming every single character. Thor and Taika, his character. I really
Korg.
like Korg. Oh, I love that. And then God, who else? There's so many good ones.
That's a stacked team.
That's a pretty cool team.
Yeah. What would you be stealing?
We would be stealing sparkles because we need to like look great to go out. No, I don't know exactly. Sparkly things like, I don't know, a yacht.
That would be incredible.
We're just gonna, huh? Oh, stealing hearts. Oh, my boyfriend just said stealing hearts.
Wow. That's
Sweet.
a good one.
That's a really
sweet.
good one.
Amazing. That was the best answer.
Yeah, he wins.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this. This was incredible.
Thank you. This was a blast.